apologies if I'm late at all. I wanted to make sure everything was fitting properly.
That's
No,
fine.
no, it's fine.
Do you think it looks fine?
I think you look very good.
Okay, great.
Definitely better choice.
Yeah, suits you. Yeah.
So, what's the general idea?
You and Rika go in, and me and Septimus, there's building opposite to the great estate. We'll be around that. Guess stay hidden. See if she knows about all of us or only the two of you.
Rika,
Hmm?
do you remember when we talked to the messenger?
Mm-hmm.
They seemed like they were addressing more than you and me, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he said that we should all be there. Like you because you were new in town, and then my group
You three, because, well, you were investigating.
that we've been looking for her. Well, we weren't looking for. We've been looking into her. But yeah, he said looking for her.
So it is settled?
Well, I guess we could give it a shot. I would prefer we just play it straight, but that also works.
All right.
I mean, if they start asking, you can just say that they're coming after you. You can go outside to see when they're coming.
Yeah, that works.
So, Rika and Brilana, you start going ahead. And as you do, I believe for both of you, it is the first time even properly seeing the mansion. It is definitely more well off than the other houses around you. In fact, to Rika, it reminds you of the Burgomaster's mansion, except it is not nearly as big in its dimensions. It is definitely smaller, although the overall terrain, with front yard and surroundings, is still definitely more than your standard person would be able to have. But even despite that fact, you can see even that not everything is perfect. Some of the paint of the house seems to be coming off. It is not perfect, but definitely does look quite a lot better than the other houses around. The front gate is unlocked. So you walk inside?
I suppose.
I would say so, yes.
Well, we'll walk inside the gates and walk up to the front door.
Very well. You do so. And as you walk to the front door, you arrive there. And it is quite a mighty front door. It has one of those door knockers with a lion's head. It looks quite fancy, all.
All right, I suppose I'll knock.
Okay. You wait a bit. At some point, the door is opened by what is very clearly a maid that looks at you and goes, You must be Lady Veshta's guest. Please.
Yes.
Yes, we're here a little early. I hope I hope you do not mind.
She figures you forward and sort of shows you the way into one of the side rooms. Do you follow her?
Yep.
She very keenly seems to be keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't run off somewhere else. And you are led into what appears to be quite a comfortable living room with, this actually looks rather nice. Again, reminds you a bit of the Dorst mansion, all the extravagant furniture, a glass table, and already some stuff lying about. And of course, a woman sitting on one of the big sort of sofas in a very big, majestic majestic, sort of crimson red dress with some of these really intricacies, some even gems even woven into it, like with all of the threads. Very, very big, very impressive. As she stands up and says, "Ah, finally, it appears you have made it. I wasn't
Yes.
sure you would accept my invitation, actually."
Well,
She walks up to you and sort of hushes away the maid. "Please, won't you bring us some of the baked pastries as well as something to drink?"
That will sound nice.
yes. But I mean, your messenger did sound insistent that we come.
Ah, yes. I hope he didn't in any way seem too off-putting or anything. It is
Well,
simply...
he was certainly mysterious.
Yes,
Yes, and asking for permission to enter our house certainly didn't put him.
Oh, that little jokester. I'm certain there was no need for him to actually go inside, especially since I only
There was
told him
not.
to deliver a message. But in any way, please, why don't you take a seat? By the way, I believe, weren't there some more of you? Or did you decide to only come yourselves?
There are two others in our group, but they couldn't be here.
What a shame. Well, I do certainly hope that they're not doing something foolish.
I hope so too, really. People really worry me sometimes.
Hmm.
Well, it is no matter. It has become somewhat... I believe, well, I don't want to assume anything, but it is you two who are the brains of your little company, is it?
Well, I mean, I'd certainly say I'm the face, but I don't know if I'm. I suppose we're collectively
Oh, I know how it
the
is.
brains of the operation.
Behind every man, there's a powerful woman who pulls the strings. Now, please, take a seat.
Also, should we get properly introduced?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Now, as you may already know, my name is Veshta. Selina Veshta.
Mm.
Now, and I believe I have the distinct pleasure of speaking to a fellow lady. A fellow no?
Yes,
If I've heard
you would be
correctly.
correct. Yes, Lady Belana Faglin. It's very nice to meet you.
Ah,
I have not had this title for too long, but I hope to make what I can of it.
most interesting, most interesting. And you would be
Rika Seki.
Rika Seki.
No title.
I see, no title. And I've been told that you are capable in the arcane arts.
Well, yes, I suppose.
Very interesting indeed. So, please take a seat. She also herself returns to the couch which she previously was on and takes a seat.
Belana would do the same, just sitting down.
Now,
Yep. Take a seat.
you know what? We're going to... So, okay. What is the others' plan when they don't return? What are you guys going to do? How long are you going to wait before making a move?
I'm not really gonna make a move. If there's no signal of anything, we're just gonna stay there.
Oh, okay.
Because in case something goes wrong, we can't really go back.
Okay, so you will stay close enough to be able to charge in, so like, you know, maybe one house away or so?
Yeah, if you remember the house where the barns are gathering, basically be behind that.
Yeah. From there you can see the house.
Yeah. And here, if something loud comes from it. At least that's the barn's idea. Septimus, you okay? But
I'm was wondering if we could perhaps sneak around the house. Maybe see if there's anything suspicious outside. Or actually try to keep an eye out for this this cloaked figure.
Okay.
Is he around? Is he watching us?
You can roll me a perception if you want.
Does Septimus inform Saban of this? Because if yes, Saban can assist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same.
Alright. Yeah, Saban's gonna hope that they will be audible then if they do something in the house. He'll be assisting.
Oh,
Good assist.
bloody! Oh dear, this is the second one as well.
This one went from a nat 1 to a nat 20.
You know, it is a bloody hell, and I mean bloody hell. You know, this guy is. I just want to say this guy is actually really good at stealthing. But now I think that's the third natural 20 that spotted him, and it's starting to feel unfair.
Well.
But yes, you do spot him. You do very much spot him. And, sorry?
Keep going.
And you actually spot him not that far away from you. Basically on top of the roof of the house that you're basically waiting at.
I'm gonna talk to him. And then for that, I'm going to...
For that, Saban, as he spots the guy, he's gonna try and circle to potentially cut him off.
He's on a roof. You want to cut him off how?
So, let's say, behind the house.
Okay, yeah.
Is he like here?
Yeah, basically.
While the mansion is here.
No. The way I
Street.
wanted, yeah, exactly. The way I want to say is that you're basically sort of still in view of the house, which means
Yeah, so we're technically here on the corner.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, that works. But okay.
Yeah. So, if we see him on the roof there, Saban would basically go right by the wall and head off like here.
Okay.
This side of it.
All right. You will still be in earshot, but you can no longer see either Septimus or the guy.
Yeah. Can I roll stealth? Because that's how Saban will try to get there. Basically make it seem like he's just leaning against the wall.
I'm going to say it like that. He's going to notice you leaving.
Can I be talking to him while Saban tries to stealth away?
To try and distract him?
Yeah, Saban basically goes in to lean against the wall and then just kind of starts shimmying along.
No, he's leaning over. It is very apparent to you that he has been watching you for a while, and it's not going to work. There's no sneaky way in which you can leave. Like, he has seen you before. If suddenly you were to disappear, he would notice it.
Well, he still wouldn't be able to. Well, in that case, whatever. Saban basically was trusting that this would provide enough cover that at least he wouldn't know for sure where Saban is.
Yeah, but
unless
he would
literally
notice.
Leans down.
Let me say it like that. He would notice you walking towards it out of view.
Yeah, sure, he can have that. But
so we're clear about that.
If,
it's not like you just suddenly disappear, is what I'm saying.
No,
he has seen you already.
He basically knows for sure that I'm by the wall, but
yeah, exactly.
Technically may not be sure if I'm here, or here.
Okay, so you can roll stealth. Meanwhile, Septimus, what are you saying?
I mean, there's a guy climbed up on a roof and he's watching us like fucking Batman, so...
It's funny you would say that superhero in particular.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna look at him, smile and say, "Hey, stranger, you get around a lot."
Yes, flirt with him.
I'm not flirting, I'm making a remark.
I know.
And you certainly do seem to have a talent for just standing around. What are you up to?
Is it illegal to be
I don't
standing
know.
against a...
Is it going to be?
I really don't think it's written anywhere in the laws of a city that it is illegal, friend.
You were
There's-
invited. Have you not been told?
Who are you, by the way?
Me? That does not matter.
We're talking.
I work for Lady Vesta, that's all you need to know.
And why are you not in her manor?
Because she insisted that I do not worry about her safety, but rather worry about, well, your attendance.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can keep this conversation up if you don't give me a name but to call you. So, okay. If you're not going to be introducing yourself, you can stay up there.
Yes, also, I must admit, I'm surprised by your repeated skill at spotting me.
Maybe you're not as good at hiding as you think.
Perhaps.
If you give me your name, I might tell you how I do it.
There is no need for such. This conversation is over.
And once again, with the same well, no, you haven't seen this before. Basically, a rift opens and he disappears.
Bye, Shadow Man. Bit of an attitude this one has.
Let's just. Yeah.
Mr. Bond tries to
actually,
look over.
hang on.
trying to
Before you
wait to
do,
see the
actually.
guy.
Before you do, actually. Saban. So basically, you've only heard this, right?
Yeah.
And as he
So
basically.
Saban is waiting to see the guy.
Yeah, actually, as you do this,
Yeah.
a similar rift opens basically at the end where you're standing. When he comes out.
Hey!
And you spot him, he spots you and goes, wow, I really am getting bad at this.
I'm gonna make a. Could be Dex or Wisdom save. Basically, I'm trying to see if Saban will react to this like, oh, or if he's just like punch react.
Let's see, I think that would be... Is it a check to control yourself, or...
Basically, it's a check to see if Saban's reaction kicks in, because in his mind, it was kind of a tense situation, and now something suddenly pops out right next to him.
I'm gonna say that's a strength check, as in muscle memory. Not check, safe.
I have a +6 to it. Does that mean good or...
Is
bad or good?
Well, 12 is either... You know what, I'm just gonna say you can pick which one, because 12 depends on what you consider positive.
I think technically having a muscle memory is a good thing, but in this case, I do not want it to happen, but I'll still say if it goes above it, in that case, yeah, it's Saban's muscles just kick in and he tries to...
Okay. In that case, you're
the
doing
guy.
a normal punch, roll an attack roll.
Now first I'll try to do the save to see. Maybe I can still fail.
Ah, okay. And
I do!
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, no, this was too shocking.
Yeah, so Saban almost does like his right arm does twitch the moment it happens, but then he's like, maybe you are.
A second rift opens and he disappears again.
Saban tries to, instead of punching, just tries to get a really good look at the guy. His gear, his face, if he's carrying any weapons.
Okay,
Component pouch or something like a necklace that gives him power. or
okay, in
something.
that case, you can roll me either an insight or perception.
Does it make a difference? Because I have the same for both.
Not particularly, no.
That was the inside.
Alright.
Yeah, 13.
Okay. You are capable to spot that. Obviously, this guy is a male. Also, you're capable to spot that he does not carry any large-size weapons on him. Definitely nothing two-handed. In fact, probably not even a normal sword. If he has a weapon on him, which isn't if, because he's already showed that he has the capacity for magic of some sort. If he has weapons on him, they're gonna be something small.
Yeah. All right. Didn't see any. I think Saban. He has a in the 15. I think he would know about it. Not exactly what it is. So nothing too obvious of a arcane focus or component parts or something on him.
No, absolutely not. In fact,
Yeah.
Septimus, also Rika, and Brianna, who've witnesses, he very obviously did not use any material components. You saw him casting it. It seemed to have been, if he did cast it, there wasn't even verbal components. It only seemed he did something with his hands.
He just really likes Misty Step, okay?
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
So,
But yeah, not even used, but in case he had a necklace hanging or something.
with that, once again, he disappears. This time, none of you spot him.
Not yet.
Wait, okay. If you use Mr. Step. Wait, there's
Like
one
he's
of
60
the-
feet down the street, is he? Saban will take a look on both ways to the street, basically seeing is there anyone else.
No, there isn't. Stop. Stop it.
Opens up to like an alley and he accidentally steps on a cat's tail and he goes meow. And we're like, we know where you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's probably a warlock.
Anyway, are you going to
Yeah.
do something about this? Otherwise, how are you going to proceed from this moment on?
Yell at him.
There's a great...
Saban goes back around the corner to Septimus. Huh. Didn't know he could do that. I was expecting a runner. Almost punched the guy.
He's very sassy. But it seems to be getting to him that we've been able to spot him. Regardless.
Hmm.
Well, he's probably still watching us, so whatever.
Yeah. Want to smoke a pipe?
Sure.
No. Saban starts preparing his pipe.
So, and as they basically remain outside, just waiting for a scene for something to happen, or not happen, if we're lucky, we
Yeah.
cut back inside, where the maid returns with a tray of pastries and all sorts of goodies, a good, nice cake, and some tea. Thank you so much, darling. Why don't you, we won't need anything more. Why don't you take off the rest of the day? And, tell the same thing to names. Brittany. You're a good girl. Just, go home for the rest of the day.
You have a nice day.
Brittany?
Thank you for letting us in.
When you need to make up names. Anyway, she hastily retreats and,
I have a question.
yes?
Is the warlock's name Brittany?
Okay, this woman could also just have more than one maid.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so as she waits for him, she.
I mean, no wonder he doesn't want to tell it to anyone.
And Miss Lady Selena Vestre is cutting the cake in a few places. Takes herself a slice, and would you also like some cake?
I would love some.
Very well. There you go. And some more. Everyone gets a good slice. And as she leans back and actually eats a piece, delicate pieces slowly, as it is befits a lady. So, I've heard many things. Many, many interesting things. And one of these things was somewhat concerning. I don't know where to start even. Where to start indeed.
Honestly, I must admit, I do not really know much about the situation myself.
So,
Having just arrived.
well, it is
very interesting because it is actually there's quite a lot actually that I wish to talk with you about. First of all, it has come to my attention that you've met with the burgomaster of this town.
Yes,
Rika?
we have.
Yes. So tell me, what did you think of Valaki? You spent a few days here.
So far, it's been all right.
Really? All right.
Well, I mean, minor problems, but nothing I can't live with.
Minor. Have you been to the town square?
I tend to avoid the place after the first time.
The people here are deeply unhappy, you must know.
Oh, that wasn't hard to guess.
They are
Yes, it's a thing.
The burgomaster is keeping a tight leash on the town, on the people. Anyone who even dares speak out against him finds themselves, well, either in a pen or in his oh so infamous Reformation Center. Have you heard of the Reformation Center?
I personally have not, actually.
Yes, I've heard. You've only arrived today, haven't you?
Indeed.
I've
Lucky.
heard a little bit.
A little bit. Well, let us hope it remains at that. The Reformation Center is a terrible place. One way sends those that he considers, well, to be of more minor crimes. Well, to be honest, it changes from time to time, because I would argue that that is a fate far worse than being put in the pen. In any case, about your meeting with the burgomaster. I believe he is probably putting you up to the task to somehow work against me. Isn't that so?
Depends what you mean by working against you.
Well, to take me out. You may not know this, but right now, well, the town is at a pivoting point in its history. The town is oppressed. Many people are starting to, well, the sparks of rebellion are starting to rise. And as they do, that rebellion must be lit. I am the one who will lead this rebellion. I'm the one who will change Valaki for the better. I'm the heart and soul of Valaki, and I will stand for the people of it.
How would you wish to change it?
Get rid of all these terrible things. The things in the main square, people being stoned to death, absolutely demolish the Reformation Center for its gruesome methods of using mind-altering magic to brainwash people into being subservient little citizen. There's many things I would change. And don't get me started on the guards. My goodness, this might as well be a bandit town. But
Well,
I don't disagree on the guard part.
as you may understand, the burgomaster, Valakovic, he's scared. He's fearful that his position may be challenged in the future.
I suppose this is why magic is banned.
Oh, of course it is. To truly douse the sparks of rebellion. After all, we cannot have magic be in the hands of common man. Who knows, they may actually defend themselves against the brutality caused by the guards. Against the unfair suppression.
I suppose you heard of the explosion
Oh,
earlier today?
that. I have heard of it, but I was not quite put into knowledge of what truly happened there. Do you know more?
Oh, yes. I mean, seeing as I was at the epicenter of it.
I see. Very interesting. So,
Hmm.
a confrontation with the guards then, I take it?
Well, I mean, it was the day before. No, yeah, it was the morning. Cash was putting up a flyer on on a board, and I walked up to him and asked what it was about. Grabbed me. Vasily got me out, thankfully. Um, but he told me to meet him at the guardhouse. And so I did.
She takes a sip of tea. By the way,
Next thing I know,
how do you like your tea, by the way? With sugar, with...
I don't usually drink tea.
I would like some milk if you have any.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Suit yourself.
Fantastic.
It is on the table. As for you, Miss Seki, did you at least enjoy the cake?
Rika hasn't taken a bite of the cake at all.
Brilana has.
Well, in that case, she will have noticed that. You seem to have been not eating anything nor drinking.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. This isn't anything against you. I just tend not to eat or drink anything that I don't know where it came from, especially when I am in the presence of someone who I've been investigating.
I see.
Well,
Another
tasked with
thing that I
investigating.
can't help but notice is that when you were meeting with the Burgomaster, I've been told that you dressed quite a bit more respectively. Well, not to say that you don't look respectively right now, but you definitely look dressed for an entirely different purpose.
Well, I didn't particularly have time.
Rika, you didn't tell me of this. Oh, I'm curious.
Well, I mean, I did. I told you where to get your dress. How would I otherwise know where to get such a dress?
Speaking of which,
I
I
guess you do
really
have a
do
point.
like your dress. You know,
Thank you.
very simplistic, but modern nonetheless. It is. It suits you.
Thank you. I did not want to go with anything too. What's the word?
Gaudy.
Yes.
Perhaps on some later date we can discuss fashion more in deeply.
Yes, of course. I would like that. I cannot say I'm very knowledgeable on the subject, so learning some more could be nice.
Now, tell me, what is it that the Burgomaster told you? What is it that he offered you?
Well, offered us a few things, I think. Well, one, he definitely offered us hunter's licenses as part of the deal. That was something we were looking for. Other than that, no. Give me a minute.
So, Miss, could I maybe ask you a question?
Yes, certainly. At this point, you also notice that she just lets go of the little plate that she had her cake on, and it floats midair and slowly moves towards the table as she leans forward. What is it?
Well, it might be slightly a personal question, but it has sparked my curiosity nonetheless. Where do your outer allegiances lie?
My what?
Your allegiances outside of this town, if any.
Oh, I see, yes. Tell me, are you done with your cake?
Well, I have a little bit left. Would you mind if I finished?
Oh, yes, please do go on. But it is a more complex story, Dad.
I understand.
As for you, by the way, Rika, Seki, I'm sorry, I should just remember names. It is sometimes rather hard. You're right in mistrusting. It's a very good skill to have here in Barovia. The cake is poisoned.
Expected so.
Do you still finish the cake?
1 second. Let me quickly check a thing. Is this?
Purified.
Yes. Yes, you would.
Okay. Lady Brillana, have you not heard what I just said?
Oh, no, I have.
Yes. So,
Another
would you
good skill to
mind-
have, to be able to tell when somebody's bluffing. I think we'll get along swimmingly.
Well, I
I
mean,
think
whether
we
or
might
not
as
it was
well.
poisoned, I don't think it would be a problem with current company.
Come again?
Whether or not it was poisoned, I don't think it would be a problem with current company.
Oh, yes, of course. As you may be able to guess, I'm not intending for anyone to come to harm today.
That's good to hear. I would prefer same as well.
It would be much more beneficial if perhaps we could forge allies today. But please, follow me. She stands up
Oh,
and figures you to follow her.
all right.
Bilana would also begin to stand.
Now, you see, as she's walking up the stairs and hoping that you follow her, it is, at least, I'm not quite sure what the Burgomaster told you, but as far as my allegiance goes, I am very much a servant of Strahd. That is the truth, and it will remain the truth. My family and this very house has served Strahd for the past few centuries, and he has always been good to us. He has always been good to his people as well.
I disagree, but do go on.
And I cannot help but notice that the terrors in Vallaki are not caused by Strahd.
Maybe not here, no.
You seem to have your doubts.
I've had, in my short time here, I must admit, I've had some less than nice experiences.
Strahd is a somewhat hands-off ruler. As far as I know, he demands very little of his people. Only that they pay taxes and that they do his bidding. But as far as I know, there's very little he asks. Information, perhaps, to make sure nobody's trying to overthrow him, but such attempts are foolish anyway. And besides, I have a lot to thank him for myself. Do you know, I've met him once, when I was a little girl. What a charming man he was. And he gave me a gift of power.
I see.
Yes. But the way I see it is that Vallaki has gone awry. And all these things have happened, all these terrible things, just because the Burgomaster believed we'd be better off not serving Strahd. Look around. Look at all the terrible things that have happened. Do you really believe that Vallaki is better off under Vlakovic rather than Zaurovic?
Well,
Brahma, please, to...
Besides, it's not like Strahd von Zarovik will have any interest in directly managing this lovely city.
Well...
But having a burgomaster that is willing to cooperate with the Lord, who is able to literally call down waves of zombies and skeletons, might be more beneficial for this city. As she's saying all that, you walk by paintings and paintings and paintings.
I mean, as an example of what Strahd's rule might do, we can look to the town of Barovia.
Yes, she stops. Stops as she's giving you her full attention. Brilana, you notice that she stopped in front of a mirror. She does not have a mirror image.
I could probably tell you even more than she could.
Yes, I was only briefly, but even to me it seemed like Strahd's rule generally brings bad things.
Well, it was most likely because of the specific circumstances. But after the main events that took place there, how do I explain? Has the news traveled from what happened there to here?
Where?
Well, what happened at Barovia?
Oh,
the town.
I have not yet heard, but I've heard that you have come from there.
That would be correct.
What is it? I believe...
Well, large parts of it were destroyed.
That's a shame. Is Burgomaster Corliana still doing well?
No, he has sadly perished.
Ah. That is truly sad.
Perhaps one of the reasons why I have a less nice view of him is because, well, I ended up running into one of his servants, who was slowly killing everyone who was left one by one.
That does seem rather unkindly. Are you certain that this was a servant of Strahd?
Well, I am quite certain.
I do not see why he would see such a harsh punishment fit. But I'm certain he has his reasons. What is it that caused all this? Because I do find it rather unlikely to believe that just one day he sent waves just to kill everyone.
I can answer why Burgomaster Corliana is dead. Corliana did not want to give up his daughter to Strahd.
I see.
For, I'd say, very logical reasons. Not wanting to give up one's daughter seems very logical to me.
I suppose it is, but one must remember that he is the lord of this land. He does not ask a lot.
No, but under his rule, Barovia seemed to be less than great heart.
Well, I suppose that's one more reason why one should have a burgomaster willing to cooperate with the Lord rather than disobey him, specifically to avoid such fate. Perhaps Barris was quite a similar situation. They
Daniel?
had...
Kind of character question.
Yeah?
Did Brilana ever meet Strahd?
No?
To make sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I would have remembered, I think.
Yeah, same here. So, yeah.
As for Barris, perhaps you've heard stories about it. But, well, the Burgo, not the yes, actually it was also surrounding something around the Burgomaster, but much more the town as a whole. Strahd had called interest in one of the women living in Barris. And he asked the Burgomaster to be able to have her. He agreed. However, the Burgomaster betrayed Strahd at the very end, and before Strahd could have her, everyone in Barris, the whole town, stoned her to death. For this act of cruelty, he flooded it, all of it. And yet it was still not as cruel as it could have been.
I must admit I did not know Strahd was such a ladies' man.
Oh, yes, I mean, think of it, who wouldn't?
True. Have these sorts of events happened more than these 2 times?
I do not know. I am not so familiar with history. You must keep in mind that these lands have existed under his rule for thousands of years. Barris I know of only because it is still one of the places that, well, people talk about from time to time.
See.
Let us move on. I have more things to show. She keeps on walking, and you follow her?
Alana would.
We're moving farther into the house, right?
Oh, yes. Upstairs, by the way. As you keep walking...
Yes!
As you keep walking and past the same mirror, Brulana, you notice that you also don't have a reflection in it.
I do?
No.
Okay, none of us have.
None of you.
No, they're just fake mirrors.
Yeah.
It's a really weird mirror.
It's one of the circus mirrors.
Fuck.
Just to throw you off.
She's a clown!
That's right!
Fuck!
Curse of clown.
No.
She keeps walking. But in the end, my allegiance to Strahd is not what matters. Ultimately, it is the people's choice, and the people are unhappy. The people are ready for revolt, and as a noble lady of my title, it is my duty to fight for them, even over Strahd.
Sure.
Once again, you appear to be cynical.
Well, I'm cynical of most things and paranoid quite a bit of the rest. I don't trust you, as far as I can throw you. I don't trust the Burgomaster. I think that should also be apparent.
Yes.
Pretty sure you could most likely throw him even less far, technically.
But tell me, do you trust this Vasily? You have been staying at his home, after all. What is your relation to him?
Must admit, I've personally not met him too much, but he seemed quite nice.
He flirts with me a lot.
Well, so tell me.
That does not mean I trust him. I live in his house. And while we have built up a friendly relationship, that does not mean that I trust him. I do not know his intentions.
You seem to be quite a person that doesn't easily trust anyone. And while I believe that is a good skill to have, to know who to trust...
Correction. I don't trust anyone from Barovia.
Oh, I see. Well, that does make it harder to find allies, doesn't it? Especially in foreign lands.
Oh, yes, it is. but it also makes it, I suppose, a bit safer for some of us.
She stops in front of a door. I'll come completely clean with you. The reasons I've told you all of this is because I do not wish for us to fight each other. It would do a great disservice to Vallaki as a whole. I do not know if you believe that Strahd is a good lord or not. I do not know if you agree or believe that my choice to align with him is a good one. But I hope that at least you understand that for Vallaki, I am its greatest hope to turn this city around.
I don't think so.
What do you... I assume as you say this, you have some modicum of something you could show us? Something more than your word by itself?
My word? Why, is the word of a noble lady not enough?
Oh, of course, it is quite a bit, but I'm curious. What else do you have in store?
But before we do continue, I have some more questions of my own. What is it now exactly that the Burgomaster told you of me? Because if he has told you lies, I would certainly prefer to clean them up. Again.
Well, he told us what we needed to know to investigate you. Told us he suspected you were a Strahd cultist, though I suppose that is
Cultist?
not necessarily the right word choice.
Certainly a harsh term.
I suppose Strahd aligned, Strahd ally would be more appropriate.
I suppose a close-minded man like him would believe that is what I am. But then again...
Well, that begs the question, have you sacrificed anything to Strahd?
Sacrificed?
Yes.
I have my duty to him, but if you ask if I've made any life sacrifices, then no. He is not some sort of god that requires to be appeased. Of course,
I was just wondering.
If you were to ask for one of my children, I would not hesitate to give him to him. I'm certain that he would have his reasons to ask for such.
I see.
But such has not happened. But I have lost one of my children before.
I see. It is a shame for such events to happen.
May I ask how you lost this child?
It very much pains me to talk of it, but I believe it is necessary for you to understand why I am doing what I'm doing. I've already been told that you've encountered my two sons, which, bless their souls, I understand their problem. I understand why they do what they do. We all have our own way of coping with losses. It couldn't have been easy for them growing up without a father, and then after what happened to their sister, to my girl. A few years back, I wasn't as much against the current Burgomaster, Valakovic. I was still quite naive. I was believing that perhaps the proper way of changing things, the diplomatic way, would be in order. We've arranged a marriage in between his son and my girl, so as to strengthen the ties as well as publicly show that we are not political enemies of any sort. But, well, she opens the door, and as she does, you can hear a screeching from the other side. and noises sort of clattering. You look inside, I'm assuming?
Ilana would.
Yep.
Inside, you see a girl, very thin, as she's sort of cowering up against the wall on all fours, sort of bowing forward, screeching at you like a wild animal. This is my daughter. This is Hannah.
I see. Do you know how exactly this came to be?
Yes. Well, I wasn't able to know the exact procedure. But his son, he's a magician. Perhaps, well, he must have worked also somewhat in some sort of similar magic as his Reformation Center. Brainwashing, mind-changing things.
I don't know what you think my Northern magic is, but I can assure you that it is very powerful magic that I am very sure that his son does not have access to.
Do you want to roll Arcana?
Sure.
So, you think this is a magical effect?
Undoubtedly so. As for you, Chris, what I'm going to tell you is that it is entirely possible for even a low-level spellcaster to achieve this sort of mind control effect. This with a spell such as Suggestion. However, it would take a long time. It would be actual brainwashing, conditioning, over a long period of time that could cause such sort of behavior of actually breaking someone's psyche and making them actually believe the sort of spell. This is not, if this was caused by a single cast spell, then it would have to be very strong magic. But it is possible for a low-level caster to achieve this sort of effect if they were to do it over a long period of time.
Do you think this is a continuous effect?
I don't know. All I know that is that it's been 2 years and she's still like this. His father offered to bring her to the Reformation Center. As if I would do that to my girl.
Question, could I attempt something?
Be my guest, but don't hurt her.
Of course not, of course not. Rilana would attempt. What's the range of this? Yeah, okay. She would attempt to cast Dispel Magic.
Ooh, nice.
Because that is something she had prepared today.
Oh, wait, hang on. For each spell of 5th level. Oh, okay, that's nice.
It is a 3rd level spell.
Okay, in that case, I require you to make a... What is this? What do you have to roll here?
I have to roll my spellcasting ability.
Alright, hang on. Before you roll, I just need to really quickly think of the DC. Because I don't want it to be like you roll and then I have to think about if I...
Yeah, makes sense.
So just...
I don't think I get my proficiency bonus on this, do I?
It says plus your spell...
It's spellcasting DC, so yes, it's your spellcasting DC.
No.
No, it's an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Yeah, spellcasting ability.
Yeah. Okay.
She would have...
yeah.
Let me read a thing. Because she would also have done something.
Okay, I'm set on a DC, so you can roll.
Yeah. Let me... The
portal guy. Thinking with portals!
Since enhanced ability does ability checks, do you think it would apply to this?
Sorry?
Since enhanced ability does ability checks, counts for ability checks, would you think it would apply to this? If I were to use it.
I'm gonna. Oh,
That is up to you.
well, enhance ability. If I recall correctly, it has. You know what? I'll allow it because it's
based on the
smart.
stat.
I'm gonna say I'll allow it because I feel like that's fair. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, ability.
I mean, if I knew you'd be doing this, I would have given you guidance.
Oh, apologies.
That's fine.
Didn't even need it.
Fuck.
So,
Never mind.
How many?
Unless this is a level 15 spell.
How many spell nat 20 is that today?
Quite a few. Quite a
Okay.
few.
Okay. So, this is very interesting because let me just really quickly check something. So,
If this doesn't work, I do have minor restoration.
yeah, we'll get to you in a bit. Just really quickly. So, Brilana, as you even get towards her, she once again backs off. She is very eager to not get you too close, but the presence of Lady Vashta seems to calm her down as she tries to say soothing words, as she settles down eventually on a bed to allow you to get close enough to cast a spell.
I mean, it has a range of 120 feet, so she doesn't need to move.
Whatever.
Still.
She rolled a natural 20 anyway. Let me. So,
Describe.
and as you start sort of going through spell and trying to dismantle things, not only do you get an idea as to what spell has been woven here, how to get rid of it, but also what exactly is wrong here. This, again, does not appear to be a very complex spell. This doesn't appear to be a spell that is particularly high level, nor particularly high in complexity, but something that has been cast on multiple occasions. In fact, there's only a very, very small trace of arcane energy left that you can easily dismantle. But you realize that this isn't just a spell anymore. The amount of suggestion that has been cast on this poor girl has literally caused her psychological damage to the point that she truly believes the suggestion. Repairing that this is no longer just a mere matter of magic, but a very psychological problem caused by magic.
Therapy.
But yeah, essentially. But
This might be a greater restoration kind of thing.
That or just therapy.
Yes.
but you're certain that there's no longer any magical spell on her. You're pretty certain that what this girl really needs is help and a lot of love.
Well, yes, I did. Well, I have removed any of the actual lasting magical intent that may have still been left. But at this point, she would just need therapy, and from my understanding, a spell that makes someone do something or agree to a request or something like that was continuously used. As I'm sure you could have already guessed.
Both of you notice that she's slightly tearing up as she's basically listening to you. But she's keeping up composure.
But that does not mean that this is still unsolvable. Do you know of any what would the fucking word be? 'Cause I don't think the actual word is therapist in like this kind of setting.
Psychiatrist.
Hedologist.
I actually think psychiatrist is the better term.
Yes,
Therapist is
if
just...
you have any medical, trained medical people, psychiatrists, anyone who focuses on mental health.
I believe the only thing that would be closest would be some of the people in the Reformation Center who specialize in sort of some of these magic where they influence things in the head, but I don't trust them at all.
Well, magic is not really required for this kind of thing. You might be able to do it yourself if there's not anyone else available, but
If we're talking psychiatry, I would not recommend a family member do it.
good point.
It should be someone neutral, in my opinion.
Is there anyone who is fitting in that position that you know you can trust? I know it's a hard thing to say.
It's ironic, but similarly to you, I'm not quite certain there are a lot of people in Barovia that one can truly trust.
I see.
I will have to think of finding someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for this.
It's completely fine. Since I've gotten here, I've found that almost all the people of this land need a lot of help. And I wish to try to at least help them a little bit where I can.
Tell me, you mentioned before that in Barovia things were bad.
Yes. One of the main reasons why I came here was trying to shipment of food sent over there.
I will have it done.
Thank you. I've been trying my best to keep them afloat and the like. Maybe keep this between us a little since.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
It's actually where I got my title.
Let's give her some rest for now. I believe this.
Yes.
Perhaps I shouldn't have showed you. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
She closes the door and let us head back to the living room, shall we?
Yes.
That sounds good.
Lady Baxter.
Yes.
I cannot promise that I'll be in the Lucky all the time, but if we can find no one else, I have researched both magics of the mind and a little bit on psychiatry.
I would
have no other options.
I would also be willing to assist.
I shall see, but just know that no matter how the rest of the negotiation goes, I truly thank you for what you've done just now.
It is fine.
Anyway, God, I've been crying. That does not befit of a noble lady.
Well, everyone does need to cry sometime.
Let us. If my husband was still alive, he would be so much better at these things. Anyway, let us move down.
Yes, that sounds good.
Yes. Surely you must have wondered why. Oh no, wait. Why I've asked you to come here? Yes.
Sure.
I am a little curious.
Well, in addition to the fact that, of course, I've heard that the Burgomaster has beaten me to the punch of recruiting you, there is something else as well. Something, well, I'm not sure you believe in fortunes, but a long time ago I've been told a prophecy about Barovia. And, well,
go on.
As the story goes, is that, well, strangers will enter this town, strangers whose description ominously fit yours, and that they will cause the sun to rise once again, that they will break the curse on these lands.
See, how do you feel about this prophecy yourself?
Well, of course, I would do anything for the good of Valaki, to have and to see the sun again, to see the clear sky again, to turn Valaki around, to make lives better. Well, of course, I'm quite happy about this prophecy, which of course leads me to believe that you will help the revolution that will happen.
Mhm. It will certainly be brought up. We will certainly have to have a conversation about this matter.
Yes.
I'm certain of this, yes. But rest assured that anything that the Burgomaster may have promised you, I can give you the same and more.
I see. Thank you for inviting us here, by the way.
Most definitely, I thank you for attending. I do
I am
hope
happy to.
that the messenger I sent did not put you too much off. It was simply I wasn't certain if a messenger with ordinary skills would be able to get the message to you.
They most certainly would. But your messenger was amusing, if not a bit weird.
The only thing I would recommend is people generally don't like it when people show up on their balconies.
Oh. I had hoped that he would approach the situation with a bit more tact, but I believe that is a bit too much to expect from an ex-assassin.
Whole old habits die hard, as they say.
I suppose so. Well, either way, once again, I thank you for attending. I thank
Yes.
you for hearing me out. I hope
course.
you will consider my offer.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure to meet you too. And once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. If at any point you have questions about the town or do you require help, do not fear to come to me.
Of course, thank you.
As for the provisions,
Yes.
I'll be certain to start setting these up as quickly as possible.
Thank you. I was planning on possibly going to talk to some people by the farmland and making an exchange there as well, but I'm not certain.
Very well. I wish you a good evening then.
Yes, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Good night.
Good night.
As you leave the house, the door closes behind you without anyone actually closing it. It sort of does by itself.
I am uncertain if she is a vampire.
At this point, it does not really matter too much.
No. It was just an observation.
So, and you see your pals basically staking out the place from a house.
Now, shall we get going?
I think we should.
Bilana would just begin walking down the street.
All right.
Assuming that the other two would get the gist and eventually catch up.
All right. So, as for Septimus and Saban, you watch them basically leaving the house, exiting the gate, and walking down the street. But is it still them, or is it imposters?
Oh shit! Who would have known?
There are two imposters among us.
I literally wanted to do just that. And I will still do it. Because the fact that it sounds funny does not mean that I shouldn't do it. I would like to insight check them. Or something. To make sure they're the people. Just to make sure.
Seeing that out of character, you know that it is. I'm just gonna say you succeed in your insight check. They seem to have all the same mannerisms as your previous party members, which means they must be quite convincing clones. There was a lot of effort put into them.
Well, I accept my new clone brothers and sisters.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Brillana
Do
is
you actually come up to us at some point?
Brillana is still in full posh mode.
Ah, okay.
Uh,
Well, yeah, as soon as you guys walk by, yeah, Septimus is gonna join your Like,
Zaban will walk along with Septimus.
Hmm.
Thus they pass the pipe between each other.
Well, we have a lot of things to talk about,
Yes, quite a few things.
but we should do that later.
Hmm.
The proper place.
Oh, right. Septimus, come over here. Rika's going to whisper
By the
in
way, you
Septimus' ear.
what is it?
Whoa.
Kiss him on the her on the cheek, and keep walking.
Damn.
Oh,
Cha-cha, real smooth.
yeah. Is to smile, kind of, shake his head in a smart girl kind of way. And
Really good clones.
Wow. Like, this clone has even more charisma. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We knew it was
Yes,
possible.
this clone has +5.
Damn.
So, do you speak of anything, or do you wait till you arrive home?
I think it's best we speak at home.
All right. So, as he carries on,
Zaban would, on the way info, we may be being tailed by some dude with portals.
Oh, yes, that would be the guy.
Yes, kind of joke.
I just love how you guys don't take him serious anymore.
Listen, he it is what it is.
He just really likes Misty Step, okay? I don't blame him. It's cool.
Hey, I mean, if he's a warlock, he may as well take advantage of his Misty Step. And
Yes.
him being
Lana
able
has
to-
Misty Step.
Who wouldn't?
I mean, if he had been an adult about this, introduced himself instead of just hanging off of a rooftop like a gargoyle or Batman, then yeah, maybe it would have been
Can't say my name.
like,
My name is irrelevant.
yeah, I'm gonna call him
Poof,
Shadow.
I'm gone. Oh.
Oh,
But I'm gone. Except I'm
Shut up.
not. Damn.
hi. I'm gonna go.
It's like a ninja throwing a smoke bomb, going like, I'm gone. Then leaving and go, oh
The next time he shows up, if I'm holding a pipe, I will actually offer it to him. You want to hit this?
Hey, you want some?
Hey, I mean, you puff out of clouds pretty often. How about you take some of this?
Exactly. Friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair.
Anyway,
fair enough.
You arrive home, and at this point, it's you already see the stars. It's quite nice, and you knock on the door, and Irene opens and lets you inside, and you come inside.
This is going to be an interesting conversation, I feel.
Yes,
Where's
it's
Anna?
going to be very interesting.
Oh, Anna is also around. She was playing with Irene, and as you come back, she of course launches herself at you guys.
Gonna pick her up and hug and say, "Hi, Anna."
Lana would happily wave. I hope your day was nice.
Yeah, I played lots.
That's great.
Also, I tried that book once again.
Oh, how's that?
It's a bit hard.
Hmm.
You're a smart girl. We can sit down and read it together if you want later, okay?
Yeah.
You didn't go through the pages that I told you not to, right? Scary ones?
Roll inside.
Really ask thing.
Children be children. Children be accidentally summoning ancient deities.
Oh, 20.
Oh,
It's a normal book for kids. It's got fairy tales. If she manages to summon a demon using it, honestly, she's a natural, and I will have her form a pact with the demon.
I mean, I could. That depends if she's a sorcerer or a warlock.
true.
Because he says, if she's a sorcerer, hey, I got a pupil.
Great. Okay. Well.
So as you just give her that parent stare, she was going to say no, but as you just keep on that stare, she goes, "I'm sorry."
Okay. Well, Septimus is internally, making his peace with maybe having guard duty tonight, protecting her from monsters. It's okay. Just, you know, it's all right. I'm not mad. Pats her head.
Oh God, that's even worse.
I'm just disappointed.
I just wish you would listen, Anna. I know you were excited, but I really wish you would have waited.
She seems absolutely sad now.
Yeah.
Oh no
It's
no
that
no!
sigh and pat. I'm not man.
Exactly.
No.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
after you manage to complete that, so because let's wrap this up for today. What would you like to
Yes.
talk about?
I would say we should have our conversation about the current events today rather than next time.
I
While we
agree.
still have everything in our mind.
I agree.
But we do need to have a little conversation with the four of us about some things that happened today. So,
Found anything out at the house?
yes.
We found out quite a few things.
So we might need to excuse ourselves if you don't mind, Anna.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, I do mind. Never leave.
Irene, literally,
Leave me again.
Irene has just been looking for a chance to leave, and this is as good as any.
Wow, what's her problem?
Oh, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But she seemed rather eager to get back to playing with Anna. Maybe she just really likes playing with Anna. Anyway,
Yeah.
keep going.
Did someone insult her? What?
I'd be just like stressed.
Just let it go, okay?
It's out of character for me. Zaban does, however, kind of raise an eyebrow about it.
Okay, so
I assume the four of us would head into a room where we can have more private conversation.
Absolutely. You can go into the living room. You can go into one of the guest rooms.
Maybe I would say a guest room.
Okay, the guest room. It's currently unoccupied. It's a rather small room, but there's enough space if you all sort of sit yourselves on the two beds in it.
Okay, good. Now, Rika, would you like to start or shall I?
I suppose. I think you can start.
Well, to begin with, I will explain a little bit about the start of our meeting. We ended up entering the estate after knocking. We were guided over to a room by a very nice maid working on the lady. And we sat down with some pastries and some tea and started talking. It seems like, from my understanding, that there's most definitely two current blocks forming in the city. As I'm sure you two could have probably already guessed. And we will probably need to pick one of them unless we find a suitable third solution. From what I can understand, she does want the best for the people here, which I am quite happy about. But there is also a few things that are slightly more unsettling. Mostly that she has connection to, and
A certain man in the castle.
yes.
That's excellent. Did you get proof of that? If you did, we can go to the burgomaster first thing tomorrow morning.
With no definite proof except what she said.
Oh, no. Also, we should talk about this a little more.
Sorry, that walked in.
Septimus, you okay?
Suddenly Anna enters the room, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah. Who
The
entered the room?
plans-
Apparently,
I
cat.
To my kid. I was talking to my cat.
Yeah.
Go on.
But yes, what was I? We probably want to talk a little more about the song because we got some slight more insights about the situation. Rika, do you recall what she said?
The specifics, no, but she wants to overthrow the burgomaster. She didn't necessarily before. She thought it could be diplomatic, but after the burgomaster's son, she believes, did some things to Lady Vashta's daughter.
And from my understanding, is also doing such to more people.
Yes.
I won't give you the excruciating details, but something about using enchantment magics to mess with people's minds,
Suggestion, for example.
and has left at least one poor girl completely, what's the word?
Mad.
That or mentally broken, which
I
is
suppose that is a better term.
deplorable.
Very much so. And supposedly this is also, this kind of brainwashing is also what they do to people at the Reformation facility.
And what's that?
From my understanding, it is where they send lesser dissidents.
Yes, those who haven't committed particularly
Major.
major crimes.
That's how it was explained to us. She does seem to want the best for the people here. And
even if she believes that Strahd would be the best for them, she still believes that there should be a burgomaster, but she believes that under the rule of Strahd, it would be better.
Has the lady been to Barovia recently?
oh, but we talked a little bit
talked about
the situation.
We thoroughly made our case that Barovia was an example of what happens under Strahd. She disagreed, but I think she also saw some. She believes that it is because of burgomasters not following Strahd's bidding and being uncooperative.
But yes, it's a delicate and difficult situation in my eyes.
But she is not a Strahd cultist as the burgomaster. Cultist. She's not a cultist, I would say. Even if she does serve Strahd in some capacity.
So far, what are your two opinions on the subject?
I mean, we have one side of the story from them, other side from the Burgomaster. I think we could still explore the place tomorrow if the staff goes to the festival. We can just report it back to the Burgomaster that there was nothing. That way,
That could work.
yeah.
But
He did say that he wants the truth, not that we plant evidence, so.
Yep.
What?
So I think we should still do our job.
But from what we have seen of this place, I do not think that status quo is the best option for the people here.
No.
I will respectfully disagree.
And
This
why is that?
master is actually putting in the effort. He's actually putting in the effort. And although his methods may not be perfect, this is a stronghold against Strahd.
It is. And I'm not saying that Lady Vesta would be better, but I'm saying that the status quo isn't necessarily best and might not be. It might go under in the long run. No. It may survive in the long run, but I think that a revolution will happen at some point, whether or not Lady Vesta is invested in it or not.
Because there's clearly people that are being oppressed at the current moment.
True. Regardless, though, what is the alternative? Yet another city under the rule of Strahd?
Well,
you've been in Barovia. You've seen the situation. You've actually seen the plight of the people. You've been in Vallaki less than a day. You have not seen everything that the city has.
Of course not. I'm not saying we want to make a situation. I'm not saying we want to make a decision right now.
Well, what I am saying is that any incentive and any idea that gets thrown around to allow someone who openly serves Strahd to get a foot in this city, I intend to shoot down.
So, do you not care about things that are happening here?
Of course I care. Which is exactly why I don't want Vallaki to turn into an Utopia. You saw the abandoned houses. You saw the people starving to death. You saw the people being terrified, living under the shadow of that man.
You don't need to tell me any of that. I was there way longer than you were.
I am aware of that, which is why, if anything, you should be on my side about this. Yes, Vallaki is not perfect. Yes, there are aspects of it that are truly reprehensible. That being said, I, for one, would much rather live in a town where the ruler is at least human. Because there's the possibility that he will age, he will die, things will change. You get Strahd in here. You do these
What do you think? Strahd isn't going to rule the town personally.
I can't believe we're...
I find this very good because none of you are wrong per se.
Okay then, what are you saying? The two of you, what are you saying?
Well,
for me.
At the current moment, I'm just trying to figure out what might be best for the people of this town at the current moment. And at least
Well, Brilana, we're Barovia for longer, but we're the ones who've been longer in Valaki. So, and yeah, Septim is right. There's lots of problems here. It's a shit ton better than Barovia.
I agree with
true,
that, which
but
is why I say
that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to get a better grip on the current situation.
Why should we get a grip on the situation?
Be-
Why should we become political?
Do you not want to make people? Am I the only one who cares about these people's lives?
I do
At
care
least in a
about these
major
people's
way.
lives, but I'm not so arrogant to believe that I'm the magical person who holds the solution.
So you're going to sit by and do nothing then? So
I
someone
intend to do
else
my
will
part,
come along to do so?
nothing more and nothing less. I'll do my part, nothing more, nothing less.
I'm just saying we don't make a decision right away until we properly know what's going on.
Like I said we go explore the house tomorrow and see what we find. There is something that makes us really turn on her. Report it to the Burgomaster. If it feels like it's better to keep the two families in a deadlock, just go back and say nothing was found.
That seems like a decent option. Let's see. But yes, we should figure out more about the situation as we go on. I don't think we have enough from either side to fully go on right now. I'd rather we not get locked into something right away. So we'll have to see.
Master has offered us hospitality.
You
He's
get out
offered
there a
us
bit.
hospitality and safety in these walls. In Barovia, we were there for what? A day? And we got to witness the hordes coming down from the castle, killing God knows how many people. Why? Because Strahd wanted a date.
well, he wanted little more than a date.
Regardless, to me, how many people died in that attack? It is insulting to their memory to suggest that having that man gain a foothold in this city is going to be helping anybody except the people who served him. And him.
I need a moment. The shit is like falling off my desk right now.
Sure.
There we go.
Anyway. Are you done with your discussion?
No, sorry. I needed a moment because I need to like shit was like falling behind my desk.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your headache getting better though?
Slightly. Okay, trust me. I'm pretty sure both of us want him gone. But I do want to try to make sure to improve the situation in this city while we work on that.
And I commend you for it, and I agree with you on that. But it needs to be acknowledged that this city, we may we don't get to shoot for the stars. This may be as good as it gets.
And from my current understanding, would that even be possible? I'm not sure. But I do not think the lady herself is a bad person, from what I've seen so far. But of course, I'm not certain.
Misguided? Yes.
Most likely.
Yes. What I do believe is that she wants what she thinks is best for the people, whether that be best for the people or not.
You're not certain.
But an actual power struggle, one that infers some amount of physical combat, at the current moment would probably only lead to the ruin of the town, especially because it would weaken the town and make it probably more accessible to storm.
So maybe, though I'm not counting on it, we could try to see if we can find a third option in all of this, but I'm not sure if one exists.
Well, yes,
Ilana,
exactly.
there is one thing that you know from your time in Barovia that nobody else here I believe, knows, which is something specifically relating to the position of Burgomaster.
Oh, yeah. What's it again? I need a moment to rack my brain.
That's essentially it.
Oh, yeah, that is right. If we're really lucky, which I'm not sure if will be, but there is a possibility we could try to find another noble in the city who could represent a middle ground between the two. I'm not sure if we can ever get those two to cooperate due to obvious reasons.
I don't think there are that many nobles in the city, actually. I think it's just the Veshta family, the Burgomaster Balakovic's family, and then I think it's just Vasily. Am I wrong? I think it's just Vasily.
Interesting. Being only 3 candidate families for Burgomaster does make things harder.
I mean, there is technically a fourth person in this very room. Just technically speaking.
Is Verlana gonna like fucking Sim City every single town in this county?
I'm just saying, technically speaking. Not to mention, hypothetically speaking, what if you were to take a noble from a different city? Sorry, I should.
Do we have more nobles? I don't think we have many more nobles.
I mean, there's still like one town left that we haven't been to.
True.
Barovia isn't completely wiped out yet, you guys.
Yeah. Okay, that's mostly because of me.
How many more nobles is there in the town of Barovia? I mean,
Would I know that, Daniel?
Yeah, you would. There's obviously, its current Burgomaster, which is Jeffrey.
Poor Jeffrey.
Let me just quickly. Can you roll me a quick history just to see?
Sure. Very good at those, but history. 7.
Okay. As far as you know, Jeffrey is the only noble left in Barovia.
But he's also the burgomaster, so he could make more nobles.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Technically, yes.
Are we talking baby making or what are we talking?
No, I'm talking like make people like you're now noble. I mean, that's what we did to Brianna, technically. So
Brianna, you can make me another history check because again, you're the most likely to actually know this.
4.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be how it works.
Well then.
Maybe. Maybe.
Seems like a solid plan.
I mean, could we technically be part of your noble house?
I'm not sure how that works.
You can knight us, or
Why no? That's like
I
royal
like,
stuff. That'd be Strahd.
oh well, it was worth a try.
get fucking knighted.
I mean, what else is the option? You could marry Saban, and then you could adopt us, I guess.
Adopt you.
Why?
This is just getting weird. Just make
What
me
would make things
burgomaster.
interesting between Rika and Septimus, but
Make me burgomaster.
Make Barovia great again.
Yes.
How did you know?
The year is 20XX. Strahd is the only person left in Barovia. He is the burgomaster of every town, and the doctor, and the tax collector, and the barman.
Everyone else is undead.
It's just Strahd.
And skeletons.
every now and
Only
then
Strahd.
every now and then he puts a red-haired wig on a zombie and he takes it out on a date and he pretends it's Irene.
So
Yes, because Irene was killed on holy ground, so she cannot be raised again.
Guys.
Oh, Irene, I love you, zombie.
are we ready to wrap it up, or is there anything
I
more?
think so, yes.
I think so.
In that case, we'll leave it here.
That's about it, yeah.
Oh,
Man.
but I do like the. I already liked it back in the DOS mention where it was like, oh, should we not? And once again, we have this lovely situation here where the parties are like, ooh, should we not?
There's like shit going on. And honestly, Leah, you know what's kind of funny?
What's funny?
You totally called Brillana out on like her character flaw.
Oh.
Oh?
Let
Tell
me
me
show.
more.
How can you post those again?
I don't think you can post the flaws, you just...
Oh my god, now it
Take
makes
a
sense why you
screenshot?
liked her so much. Can I share it or?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, let me
just like copy paste it in chat.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, I'm doing just that now.
Yeah, that's Brillana's character flaw.
Oh.
I see.
This makes a lot of
Okay.
sense.
It's
Okay.
just all been working out somehow.
Yeah, well, I got you now. No escape.
You know,
no.
now it makes
That's
all the
fine.
more sense that, like, when she said, like, oh yeah, there was this prophecy, you immediately latched onto that.
Just maybe.
Well then.
Hold on a sec. What's my phone?
Saban's flaws don't really affect him in any other way except make him a depressed bastard half the time.
Same.
Saban.
Same. Do people want to post their flaws?
Sure,
I'll post
we can
mine.
make it a party.
Yeah, I guess technically Saban has told what exactly one of his the flaw is, so... Yeah. But yeah, Saban, technically I think he did say why exactly he left.
So, Ika, come on,
You're next.
share with the class.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Don't feel peer pressured if you want to keep it secret.
Feel
I'm the teacher.
peer
You guys
pressured.
stop bullying Chris. Stop bullying him.
Saban has 2.
Oh fuck! Saban's too powerful.
Yeah.
He has 2 flaws.
He's alcoholic and he doesn't like to stay in one place.
Most characters only have 1 flaw. I have 7.
I have 5.
That's 1 more than Saban. I need to come up with more flaws.
Yeah. Well, it helps that one of Daniel's flaws is that he can't
Oh,
count.
no.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Rika, but your heart's in the right place, so it's okay.
Yes, I do things in my interest, whether or not they're detriment.
Anyway, this is
The
very...
interest of people. People being me.
Question, is it safe to assume that you will rest for the rest of the night, or is it...
Slightly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I need my spell slots back, please.
Do you already know what you're planning to do the next day?
Okay, so one other thing is, are we all gonna go into the place? Or are just some of us gonna go into the place while the rest goes to the party?
Oh, that is a difficult thing. I
Because,
suppose.
like, both are good places to get information.
I'm not very sneaky, I would say. Actually, I'm pretty good at sneaking.
Ilana is fucking terrible.
Yeah. But we do also have we do have Anna's painting that we have to go see. That is a goal. We have to go see it. We have to see its unveiling. That is.
If you go there, I will
We
give
cannot
you...
not
If you
do
go
it.
there, I'll give you an emotional level up.
But wait, if we could do
Does
what?
that mean that we get to improve our wisdom?
No, it means that you get to improve one of your emotional abilities, which is empathy, sympathy,
Ah,
So
the third
charisma.
one,
Oh, wisdom, actually.
Mercy.
apathy.
yes, come even more.
Don't
apathetic.
make that one too high.
Well, if you do, you might end up like Strahd.
Ayo.
Was that a call out? Yes, it was a call out. To whom? I don't know. To Strahd? Possibly. No, he tries. He doesn't try enough. He's too hands off. That's his problem.
Well, Daniel, you made Stroud uwu, and I'm not sure how to feel about it.
I know. That's really salted joke for me.
Well,
We walk in finally on Strahd, and he's just there in a maid outfit.
Oh,
And
no.
Cadius. Ooh,
even
adventures, you have
find
caught me.
I don't
What are
even
you
wanna
gonna do?
fight
Is
him.
that a bulge?
I don't even want to fight him. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave.
yeah, so it's like
I'm gonna go to the
we
pool of
just like show
Barovia.
up and like it's like we show up and like take one look at Stroud, like, can we just leave now?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take one look at him and then I'm gonna go outside and victim blame the hell out of the people of Barovia. Be like, you've been oppressed by that? By that?
This fucking
fucking
incel.
deserve
The
it.
fuck.
But you've been
This
buying
loser.
you've been buying his gamer girl bathwater? Excuse me?
I was waiting for the final showdown. You walk into the castle and says, "Strahd, let us leave, or else we'll kill." Okay, yeah, sure. There's the door. There's the exit.
Like,
Oh.
Let us
like,
leave or what?
But
Yeah, sure.
we fought all the skeletons and dead, and we liberated the land of you, and we're here to finish your. No, you can just leave.
Yeah, I mean, Strahd's just. Oh yeah, you can go. I mean,
Like,
I
okay,
I
you
don't
guys
know.
did like all you guys collected all 800 pine cones. I'm not fighting you.
I mean, guys, like I was really in the middle of an interesting read right here. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I'm really.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can just
it's-
abdicate. It's
it's
fine.
like- Yeah, so like it's like
I'm-
dating 101
Oh yeah, no. This book is basically, very nice one-liners for meeting the right girl.
Oh, you're getting back on the saddle after
Yeah,
the
I know.
princess hung herself. That's nice. I'm happy for you.
Ooh, this one's good.
So wait.
Okay, show us your skills. Tell us a good one-liner.
Okay. Hello, I'm a bard.
So basically, this is gonna be Strahd when we reach him then.
I only know one. I only know one pickup line, and it's to be told to a man, which is kind of weird because those are not very popular, but they are kind of an insta-kill. It's dumb as hell. It's dumb as hell, but it's been like burned into my brain, and I can't forget it, regardless of how much I want to.
Please do share
Okay.
with the class.
Please don't crucify me. Please don't hate me for it. Hey, boy, are you a candle? Because I want to blow you.
Nice.
That's great.
Why would we crucify you for that?
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I
Sure.
agree.
I tried to
It's
forget
like-
it, but I can't.
But like,
It's dumb as fuck,
but it's efficient.
Why?
I mean, if you're drunk enough, it would probably work.
I mean, hey, from my experience with women, knowing what they want from me helps.
Excellent attitude to have. But a
'Cause,
lot
like-
of times we don't know either.
That's a problem.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I talk to people and I'm like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Please
like,
leave
you're not
me
gonna-
alone.
But like, you're not gonna ask them that, because like, that'd be rude. Like, no.
Why are you talking to me? Meh.
That's Daniel responding to flirts.
Please leave me alone. You're making me deeply uncomfortable.
Exactly.
This is social interaction and I don't support it.
You.
Someone shows up to Daniel to flirt with him. Daniel.
No. This is not how it works. If you want to talk with me, here's a form. Please fill it out with your intent and the purpose of this conversation. Then we can continue.
What the fuck?
Uh,
Okay, the kind of woman who's gonna sign that form is not the kind of woman you want in your life.
I mean, honestly, I somehow.
You guys remember?
Honestly,
Like, you guys remember the Big Bang Theory?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Sheldon, how he had, it was a stupid ass show. There was this one guy who had like a contract for relationships. Like, we will cuddle 20 minutes a week on this specific day, except on alternating Tuesdays. I don't fucking know. And they even discussed how many children they're gonna have, and you had to sign it up front before getting with him. And I'm like,
Well,
there is not a woman on the planet who's gonna sign that shit for you, my guy. Not a
Honestly?
single one.
honestly, I'm surprised I somehow managed to like scrape together social skills.
We helped.
True.
You're doing it phenomenally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
somehow I manage.
Yeah, role playing, especially with you guys, has definitely helped me with like social anxiety and shit.
Yeah, something.
Go us.
We
Same,
did it.
Honestly.
Man, honestly, me and Chris are like adults now. It's weird.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
so
we
weird.
started out as not adults. And
I'm pretty sure that when we all started, I was also still a minor.
I mean, like we were like me and Chris were like fucking 15 or some shit.
Are you sure? Because I could have sworn you were younger than that.
It might be late 40s.
well, I mean, it's been what 5, 6 years now that we
Yeah.
played together.
Fuck me.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
It's not been it's been a few years since it was 3 years ago.
Oh God.
I remember it was our 3-year anniversary. Lonzo got us wormwood dice boxes,
Fuck me. I feel old.
and that was before I went to.
You feel old. How do you think I feel?
I'm sorry, Daniel.
It was either our 2 or 3-year anniversary, together as a group.
Yeah.
And Learnto got us the one with Des Parsons. And I don't know when after that. Or was it while I was at the private school? I don't remember who was that. No, it was before, because, right, no.
Yeah, like intros are
It
like
was before,
months
because
now.
it was the winter before, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was before, it was a New Year's before. Because after that summer, I went to the private school. So it's beginning to be 3 or 4 years ago if we use those size boxes.
Holy shit!
You guys
I
are
was
amazing.
young.
Thank you for all
Man.
those years. Like, seriously, you guys are amazing.
Fucking hell.
It's been
It's been a
years.
thing.
5-6 years of gaming, years well spent.
Yeah.
Little did they know this would be the last time that they would be speaking, because soon
What?
the internet would collapse.
Shut up, narrator. Nobody likes you anyway.
Hey.
How about
no-
you try having a more positive attitude, huh?
This is a very sad book. I'm just trying to do my job.
Listen, how about, listen, not with that attitude. How about you try narrating the book in a more jolly nature? Listen, here, I'll give you an example. Little did you know that this would be the last time that they would ever meet each other. God, this is hard.
Man.
When Stanley came to us that have 2 open doors, he chose the door on his left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's a wonder he wasn't fired years ago.
The meeting room. Oh, no, wait, the break room.
That's after the break room, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
Just have to leave the break room and go
Anyway,
past the door he told you to go in.
Before we all have to leave real quick, so you guys were interested in partaking in the...
Yes.
Okay, so
I'd be up for it.
would everyone be... Oh, God damn it, GMT is confusing me so much. I think Leah and Despa, you're in the same time zone, right?
Yep.
Everyone else is in the same one as I, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
For Leah and Despa, it would be about 15 on Sunday. For us, it would be 14. Would that suit everyone on a Sunday?
Sure.
Should, I think, yeah.
I think it would be fine for me. I'm gonna let you know the latest by...
Yeah, I think I
When
could
is
do
the
2.
latest that I can let you know if I can make it?
In that case,
That's
we're gonna have a long day of games. You know, first my game, which is gonna be like when does yours start again, Despa?
4 hours ago.
Don't make me calculate. You know that's my flaw. So 19. I mean, no, hang on. For you, that would be 20. But for me, that would be 19. Okay, so that would mean we would have 5 hours of game time then.
Yeah, maybe like hour in between to like eat food.
Oh wait, I mean if we start. Oh yeah, that's true.
If we start at 3, we might want to like eat somewhere.
Okay, I'll plan 4 hours of game time then.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Wait, it's gonna be a 4-hour game?
I mean
The
most of our
one-shot?
sessions are 4 hours, aren't they?
Hold on a second. So 4 hours of the introductory game and then 4 hours of Desper's game.
Yes.
Yeah, there's an hour in between there, technically.
Oh. No.
Yeah, because the game would, for us, it would
Actually,
go from 15 to 19, then there'd be an hour break, and then it would go from 20 to 24.
I can't make it. Scratch me.
Oh. Would another time work?
So long as I don't have to sit in front of my PC for like 8 hours straight.
Oh, well, what about Thursdays? Because I believe most of us...
Yeah, Thursdays.
Is somebody who can't do Thursday because...
Depends when.
Normal game time? So...
My Thursdays are kind of busy right now.
Okay, what about Friday? I thought we all somewhat alright. Chris, I think you weren't...
My
down
Friday is decently free.
Chris, were you...
No, I mean, I have my Fridays free right now.
So Friday work out for everyone?
Yeah.
I mean, we could
Leah,
also look
Desperate?
at schedule.
I think it should be fine, but I'm not entirely sure how my schedule's looking at the moment because I have some classes, last ones, and I've also started an internship tomorrow officially, so I'm not sure what my hours are going to be.
Ah,
But I
okay.
can let you know when it happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we can always just figure it out on the fly.
for now, let's just say Friday, and if something comes up, you'll just let me know. I'll also inform Loda at some point later about
Sure.
it.
Oh,
All right.
I'll set one more specific time and everything, and
I'm
yeah,
starting
then
to
maybe
get really tired.
that's fair.
Okay.
Before I let you go, may I ask really quickly, what did you think of today's session?
It was very interesting, I think.
Interesting is what you say if you don't have anything nice to say.
No, I mean interesting in a good way.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, a lot of things are happening, and we don't necessarily know all the consequences and all the tits and tat, but we're kind of getting into it a bit more. Some of my secrets have come out.
We're getting into the meat of the current story arc.
Also,
Yes.
keep in mind, this is the point where basically the game is completely open world. You can go and do whatever you want. If you want to stay here and get involved in the politics, that you can do that, but you don't have to. You can also just decide, screw this, not our business. Velaki can sort itself out. We're gonna go and what are some of the other things you still want to do?
Wizard of Wines.
Wizard of Wines,
Kresk,
Kresk,
whatever's down south in the mountains.
South in the mountain. Oh yeah, but to be honest, you don't really know what that is. You just saw a spot on your map and were like, "Hey, we should go there at some point." Which
I mean, we kind of like process of elimination with the whole prophecy thing.
fair enough. But let's just say to go there on a hunch, considering the long way. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like. But yeah, Kresk and Wizard of Wines is kind of
but yeah,
something we have to.
I'm just
look
letting
at.
you know that basically right now you are in the open world. You can do what you want, and yeah. That is not to say, of course, you don't, you shouldn't involve in that because there's also quite fun. But I'm very eager to see which way you're gonna go, how things are gonna turn out. So many options, so many alternative realities.
Well,
I
if you believe in multiverse theory.
I love the fact that like Bass, were you aware that you would also technically be an eligible source, or were you immediately like, no,
I am aware.
Okay, so
I'm
it's just
like I'm just trying to not write myself out of the campaign.
No, that's absolutely understandable. But I also just like the idea of God, I don't want to be responsible for another town.
I mean, like I'll do it, but like. What's next? Are we just gonna are we gonna like defeat Strahd? Like, is Brelana just gonna stay, become the fucking Countess of Barovia, as in the county?
I mean, you're better at managing it than Strahd. We've already established.
That's for fucking sure.
Yes, Brelana is also a lot more sane, probably, and a lot more kind.
You know what? It'd be hilarious if that's basically how the game turns out. Basically, you have this whole political campaign around Brelana, right? And she's already popular in Barovia. You still just have to win the vote in Velaki and Kresk. And then you're gonna walk over to Strahd's castle and go like, well, the people have decided Brelana is the new lord of these lands.
Yes. The magical power of democracy. Strahd will just have to abdicate. That's how it works, right?
And then Strahd's like, but and I don't say this lightly, but undead.
No, but then Strahd's gonna go, oh no, you've discovered my only weakness, democracy.
He just
democracy.
He just like fucking burns into flames.
Yes. And then the sky
the
opens up, the sun comes out.
Honestly, I wish Strahd would combust. Would make this whole thing so much easier.
I mean, you've never met the guy. For all you know, he's already has been combusted. For all you know, there is no Strahd.
Honestly, I kind of want to combust him.
All along.
So,
I mean, Brelana will, for the next long time, always have daylight prepared.
Yeah, understandable.
Because Barovia.
I'm sorry, by the way, for Saban and Sepnos, that you guys weren't involved in that later part of the session, because
Yeah, it's a little sad.
That's okay. I've had my moment of shine in several.
But
it's completely fine.
What did you guys think of Lady Veshta?
She's
interesting.
I think she's.
Does kind of seem to be playing Strahd until. Seems to be on Strahd's side until she can play him.
I think she's good, but she's flawed. I don't know if she would actually betray Strahd. She wants what's best for the people, and if she thinks that's Strahd, sure, but probably not.
Well, from what I can understand, she prefers to appease Strahd, so that he like doesn't fucking sick his posse on people.
Sure, but she also said that if Strahd asked her to sacrifice one of her sons, she would.
It's almost like
So
she
he
had the
doesn't
perfect...
sick her posse on.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like we had the perfect example of what happened if she were to refuse. What about you, Septimus? Leah.
I am Septimus. What do you mean? Who is this Leah person?
Sorry, Shahaz. What?
Premise? Technically, Leah is Septimus, who is actually Saraz, and who is, played by Sharkla, so
No.
It's kind of Remus.
Yeah. What were you asking me? I didn't hear you.
What's your opinion on the whole matter?
On Veshta?
Out of character.
Little girl got a crush on Strahd when she was a minor, and now she still has a crush on him, and she wants, daddy to notice her.
I feel that's once again in character. I feel like there's a little projecting going on.
I am not willing to surrender the city to someone who wants senpai to... Fuck that shit.
Notice me, Strahd senpai.
Notice me, senpai, please.
The whole Strahd empire is just weebs.
It's just like a bunch of weebs simping for Strahd. And his vampire gamer girl.
Meanwhile, Strahd is simping for just some normal girls.
Yes.
He's simping for the one girl who doesn't... Guy, there are so many girls who want to be with you, but I want the one who doesn't want me because I can't handle being happy, and I sabotage my own happiness deliberately.
Are you projecting again?
Actually, I think it's more like.
Are we gonna defeat Strahd with therapy?
First you're going to therapy. Did you ever catch her name?
I guess you did.
Did you or did you not? I'm not sure if
yes, you told us.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah. First you'll therapy Hannah, then you'll therapy Strahd, then you'll therapy the world.
We gotta start charging people for this, for our services.
Honestly, we're outsiders, so we're the most neutral part, and you kind of need a therapist or a psychiatrist to be neutral. I'm
gonna be honest. I was I was kind of feeling really sorry about you using that dispel magic. So I kind of just gave you everything, despite the fact that dispel magic, literally has nothing to do with figuring out what it does. But you were all the nat 20, so I felt like.
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, it's all things that could be assumed with current information, anyways.
But yeah, that's essentially how this whole mind washing thing works. It's not that you necessarily need powerful magic. It's just that you just need to cast low-level spells often enough until you actually break the person's psyche.
Technically, you don't even need magic.
Oh yeah, absolutely, that's true. Technically speaking, but magic makes it easier.
Yeah, true.
Suggestion is a second level spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I could get suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So
Suggestion.
but I mean, technically, this is.
Are you thinking about becoming a professional therapist, taking suggestion, and then like, so I suggest you tell me how you feel.
But yes, I'm not sure if I'm ready for the Rika and Brelana therapy duo.
Honestly,
I'm
you
not
did.
sure if the world is ready.
I'll be quite frankly, I didn't expect you guys to do what you did with Hannah. So well
What
done
did
on
you
that.
expect us to do?
I don't know. Stand there and go like, "Oh, that's sad." I didn't expect you to walk up there and roll a nat 20. That for certain.
Okay.
Also, same goes for Septimus, by the way, who's rolled 2 nat 20s, I believe, and managed to spot the guy twice. And then through sheer random bloody luck, Saban literally managed to catch him while he was teleporting away. So
Have we destroyed the poor man's confidence in his abilities?
fucking adventurous, always gotta mess everything up.
Well, it's time to get till midnight, and I technically need to wake up in like 7 hours.
Oh shit! I need to. Oh god, I need to wake up in 5.
Question,
I'll go to sleep.
Dan, does suggestion technically mean like you're charmed? It's just like,
depends what it says. I don't remember the specific text.
I mean, you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, a magically influenced creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed. Okay, so it does have like it is influenced by
it does
can be
not.
charmed.
It does not give people the charmed condition.
Yeah.
But if something is immune to being charmed, it is immune to the effect.
Or resistant to being charmed. Ha! I'm resistant to being charmed. Fuck you.
Anyway, I think what this means is it is a kind of charm.
Yes.
But, you know, it's not the charm effect.
No, it's not like charm person.
Which make someone the charmed status. Yeah. See you later.
Oh, it's getting pretty late. Wish me luck in my internship tomorrow.
Best of luck.
Good luck.
You won't need it.
Ciao.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Everybody have a great week. I'll see you guys later in the week.
You too.
Bye.
See ya.
Don't die.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm just seeing, you know, the spell also lasts up to 8 hours, so... Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would have probably a bit of an easier time in like the Reformation Center than a lot of other people because I'm half elf.
What does that actually do? I'm not sure.
Because of
Also-
ancestry. Well, okay, Brelana.
Half elf gang.
I also know how you're gonna have the easiest time in the Reformation Center. Don't get thrown into Reformation Center.
Sure, but if I did, and this
Don't
is just
go.
like if.
Yeah, it's just gets thrown first. They try to magically put you to sleep. Can't.
just sitting there like,
an elf.
What are you trying to do?
Hang on. Do you have pointy... She has pointy ears!
Covers
That's
the ears
not
with-
fair!
No, if she did,
She
she would
has
just
pointy
cover her
ears.
ears with
Our
her hair.
only weakness.
Then they can't see the ears. And
Listen,
if they can't see the
wait.
ears,
If we cut off the ears, then she's no longer an elf.
no! Oh no!
If she's no longer an elf...
That's not how it works. That's
Not how it works.
And honestly, I mean, I could technically grow the ears back at some point.
The fuck?
I mean, with greater restoration. I mean. With
Oh,
greater
okay.
restoration,
For a moment I was just like... we cut them off and then... Dink!
And then you
No,
grow
no,
back.
no.
How
I'm
more
not a
powerful.
lizard. I'm not a lizard. I can't just regrow things. But when I get 7th level spells and I get greater restoration, technically, even if they cut off my, I could just grow them back.
I'm gonna head out for now. Ciao.
I think.
Alright, bye.
Alright.
Bye.
By the way, Chris, I also really like how you added the those special abilities on your character sheet as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just want to say
the
that.
things from one.
Yeah, exactly. I also like the little flavor text. What this costs, who knows?
Yes.
Oh shit! I'm still recording.